When working in DMC, we are often tasked with responding to challenging behaviors. These behaviors range from quiet noncompliance to aggressive defiance. In all cases, it's important to respond to misbehavior in the safest, most effective way possible. When managing behaviors in DMC, here are 10 de-escalation tips to do just that. Tip number 1, be empathetic and non-judgmental. When a student says or does something you perceive as off or even irrational, try not to judge or discount their feelings. Whether or not you think those feelings are justified, they're real to the student. Pay attention to them. Keep in mind that whatever the student is going through, it may be the most important thing in their life at this moment. Tip number 2, respect personal space. If possible, stand 1.5 to 3 feet away from a student who's escalating. Allowing personal space tends to decrease a student's anxiety and can help you prevent more acting out behavior. If you must enter a student's personal space to provide care, explain your actions so that the student feels less confused and frightened. Tip number 3, use non-threatening nonverbals. The more a student loses control, the less they hear your words, and the more they react to your nonverbal communication. Be mindful of your gestures, facial expressions, movements, and tone of voice. Keeping your tone and body language neutral will go a long way toward diffusing a situation. Tip number 4, avoid overreacting. Remain calm, rational, and professional. While you can't control the student's behavior, how you respond to it will have a direct effect on whether the situation escalates or diffuses. Positive thoughts like, I can handle this, and I know what to do, will help you maintain your own rationality and calm the student down. Tip number 5, focus on feelings. Facts are important, but how a student feels is the heart of the matter. Yet some people have trouble identifying how they feel about what's happening to them. Watch and listen carefully for the student's real message. Try saying something like, that must be scary. Supportive words like these let the student know that you understand what's happening, and you may actually get a positive response. Tip number 6, ignore challenging questions. Answering challenging questions often results in a power struggle. When a student challenges your authority, redirect their attention to the issue at hand. Ignore the challenge, but not the student. Bring their focus back to show how you can work together to solve the problem. Tip number 7, set limits. If a student's behavior is aggressive, defensive, or disruptive, give them clear, simple, and enforceable limits. Offer concise and respectful choices and consequences. A student who's upset may not be able to focus on everything you say. Be clear, speak simply, and offer the positive choice first. Tip number 8, choose wisely what you insist upon. It's important to be thoughtful in deciding which rules are negotiable and which are not. For example, if a student doesn't want to complete a specific DMC reflection sheet, can you allow them to choose which reflection activity feels best for them? If you can offer a student options and flexibility, you may be able to avoid unnecessary altercations. Tip number 9, allow silence for reflection. We've all experienced awkward silences. While it may seem counterintuitive to let moments of silence occur, sometimes it's the best choice. It can give a student a chance to reflect on what's happening and how he or she needs to proceed. Believe it or not, silence can be a powerful communication tool. And tip number 10, allow time for decisions. When a student is upset, they may not be able to think clearly. Give them a few moments to think through what you've said. A student's stress rises when they feel rushed. Allowing time brings calm. Remember, we manage student misbehavior best by first managing ourselves. Be sure to revisit these tips to help you de-escalate challenging behaviors in DMC.